Hey all, I am Kim Moore. I am one of the leaders with Ellie, and so I am excited. I'm gonna get into some social media training and talk about how to actually grow and sell on Instagram. I've made some notes, so let's get into it. Um, it can be daunting kind of figuring out where to start, how to get going. So, I want to give you a brief 10-minute crash course on the exact strategy I use to grow, connect, and convert followers into customers and share the tools that make it all simple. When I started this, I had 68 followers. I'm now close to 8,000. And so, if I can do this, you can do it. And it's pretty easy once you know really how everything goes together. So the first piece of the puzzle is going to be your foundation. And so this is what people see in the first 3 seconds. Think of your bio. Your bio needs to really make it crystal clear who you help and how you're helping them. So here's the formula that I kind of use. You can also help. You can also use ChatGPT to kind of help you come up with this. But really, the formula should lay out something like this: I help who do what with whatever that method is. So, for example, and you can go and take a look at my Instagram. My Instagram account is it's.kimmore. And you can see kind of how I have this structured. But for example, I help women 35 plus reset hormones and metabolism with science backed peptide therapy. Then, what you're gonna do is you're gonna make sure your profile picture is bright, warm, and personal. We don't wanna have a logo. We want to make it for people to easily identify you, and that way they recognize you when they see you. You're going to also want to have a link in bio. And this could be a few things. You could have your Ellie link that links straight to your website. You could use a link tree or beacons or stand store, something like that, that will link them to all of the things that you offer. So, linking them to your favorite protein, your skincare, your LEMD link. You can also include things in there that like a funnel. So it's something that offers some value. So maybe you have some free guides that allows you to collect some emails. Maybe you have a quiz or some other resources. This is going to drive traffic there, and this is also going to allow you to share it with your prospective clients. Some of the tools I use here, I use Canva. I've used that in my link in bio. I personally use the pages um, in boards. So, as you're probably familiar with boards, we have a lot of good resources in there on Team Joy. And I use boards to create my link in bio. I have all of my links there. You're welcome to go take a look, but I've created some of the graphics that you see there using Canva. I also use Canva for my guides and creating that stuff, and also like if I make any covers that you see on some of my reels. As I mentioned, Stand Store, Linktree, I use Pages, but there's lots of different link and bios out there that you can use. The next step is you want to figure out your growth strategy. So, what is this? This is going to be kind of like the meat. This is going to be the content that attracts people to you. You don't need to post more, you need to post intentionally. So, I would focus on 3 to 5 content pillars, things your audience actually cares about. For example, education. You want to maybe teach them something, tell them stories. This is where you can really get personal and share your journey or share how you've helped others. Show proof. So maybe some before and after, some testimonials, things like that that show proof. You can even share reels from other creators that, if they're, if they're experts in this area, you can show those. I like to show lifestyle, the human behind the brand. So, what I'm doing, my day to day. And then obviously, you want to have those reels that are going to convert. So, this is giving a direct call to action to DM, to comment, or click your link that's going to take them to where they can purchase the products. The goal is to be seen as a trusted guide, not the product pusher. Every piece of content should lead someone closer to thinking, wow, this person really gets me. I want to learn more from her. I trust her. Um, she's similar to me. So, some of the tools that you can use to make reels, obviously, you can use your Instagram edits. You can use TikTok. Some people use CapCut. I personally use TikTok or CapCut or TikTok to create my reels, but I organize my content ideas using Trello. This is also where I organize like any of my outreach and my leads and things like that. But I personally like to have my Trello organized by day and by the content type and pillars I'm going to be talking about. So for me, Monday is storytelling. Um, Tuesday is, proof. Wednesday is education. And I try to follow those and I try to keep my stories in line with those pillars as well on those days. I also utilize ChatGPT a lot, and I really encourage you to too. You can go into ChatGPT and share with them your story. Just do like a talking voice recording, and have them remember that. You can tell your ChatGPT to save that, and then you can use, excuse me, ChatGPT to help you come up with captions, hooks, and any fast scripts that can help you build. Um, the next thing you want to do, so this is going to be your step three, is you want to build connections and stories in your DMs. So growth without connection doesn't convert. So your stories are where people are going to get to know you on a more personal level. They're going to build trust, and things like that. So share some of your life. Like I share, for example, my daughter, and she's terrible about getting on the bus every morning, and we fight and scream. And people are very invested in that story, and they message me. So I just let people get to know me on a deeper level than just sharing about my peptide journey. Um, so think face to face camera moments, talking, sharing proof, sharing articles, sharing other experts in the field and what they're saying. Give behind the scenes glimpse, maybe showing you do your injection and talking about why you love it. These all build that connection with your followers. And your stories really they're your warm funnel. So you can use call to actions there, like comment peptide for my guide or DM me for more info. You can even use like the slider bar to see who's interested in learning more. Question boxes are good. If you don't get a lot of questions in the beginning, that's fine. Make your own questions and then answer your own questions. Think about the things that people ask or the questions that you had when you first started and answer these for your audience, and they'll really appreciate that. Um, then what you'll want to do is actually, once you start getting DMs, is you want to reply to those, ask questions, get curious, see where people are wanting to learn more. Offer your guides and your offerings and really push them towards your offer, not hard, but gently. You can also use tools like ManyChat, which will help you automate responses using keywords. That way, you're not inundated to have to um, manually reply to all the comments that you receive. And this may be something for you more down the road, but it is something that has helped me a lot. Stay on top of the responses and just be quicker at responding to people. Step four is going to be converting. So this is going to be selling without being too salesy. Selling on Instagram really isn't about being pushy, it's about being clear. You have to show the problem that you have a solution, you have to show them the proof that it works, and then you have to show them what comes next. So using soft call to action language, like if you're ready to feel like yourself again, comment info and I'll send you what's working for me. You don't need a huge audience, you just need the right message and consistent invitations. I have some people on my team with very small followings, and they, are leaders with Ellie, and they do well with personal sales. So don't be discouraged that you don't have a big audience. 400 people in a room is 400 people in a room, and it's a substantial amount of people, and you can grow from there and still make a big impact on your business. Um, some of the other things that you might find helpful if you worry about scheduling, you can schedule your posts using the Meta app and different things. Or I just like to post mine day of, but I do spend a day or two in building all my content at one time. That way I am prepared and I am not scrambling last minute to come up with the content that I want to have. The secret here is it's not luck. It's just all about being consistent with your systems, and batch your content, like I said, in one day. That way it's ready for the whole week. Make some albums in your photos on your phone so that you can share things. That way you're not recreating the real wheel. You're repurposing some of your best performing content and stories, and just show up live. Your face builds trust faster than anything else. And if you continue to really work and show up for your audience, you will have nothing but success. So I hope this was helpful, and it was a little bit longer than 10 minutes, but It was a lot to share. So I hope this was great and good luck to you.